I am gonna start off. Make sure my key. I'm gonna start off with my safety equipment. My seat belt properly mine secured, not cuts on the frayed. It latches and unlatches. Beside my seat, I have my fire extinguisher. My fire extinguisher is properly mine secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. Our bolts are present and it's held down tight, and it's at 10 BC. Behind my seat, behind my driver's seat, in my safety box, is my 3 reflective triangles. They're all present, and they're all properly secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. They're clear and visible to see. Behind my dash is my spare fuses and regular fuses and spare fuses. They're all properly secured. None of them are cracked, bent, or broken, and they're all working properly.
And it's full.
And they all working properly. Now I'm gonna do my safe start. My ABS light came on and went off, indicating that it's working properly. All my mirrors properly secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. There's no sticker or debris impeding my view. My mirrors are set to my vision. All my glass properly secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. There's no legal sticker or debris impeding my vision. All my seals around my glass, they're all properly secured, no brush, bolts, and cuts, and they're not leaking. My windshield wipers, they're properly secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. All bolts are present. They have blades. My blades is firmly pressed against my glass, and they're properly secured, not cuts on the frame. My windshield wiper is working properly, and I have enough fluid to complete my drive. Pull it up to you. Now I'm going to my steering wheel. I have my city horn, highway horn. They're both properly secured. The button's not cracked, bent, or broken, and it's working properly. I have my left turn signal. See how I'm pointing at it? Point at it. My left turn signal. Let it flash. Let it cycle. My left turn signal. Right turn signal. 4-way flashes. My nighttime running light. See how that went dark? That means your nighttime running light is on.
Okay. Oh, just right in the middle.
Yeah, right here. It's the lights that running together, your nighttime running lights. My low beam and my high beam. See that blue light? Point to it. They're all properly secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, and they're all working properly. I have my oil temperature gauge properly secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, and currently rising to manufacturer specification. My water temperature gauge is properly secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, and currently rising to manufacturer specification. My tachometer meter RPM gauge properly secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, and it's currently at 600 RPM. My depth and fuel gauge, they're both properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, and I have enough fuel in it to complete my drive test. My voltage meter is digital and is properly secured. The lens is not cracked, bent, or broken, and it's currently at 13.9 volts, charging my alternator. My speedometer is properly secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, and I will demonstrate that it's worked properly doing my 5 miles per hour test. My primary and secondary gauge. Primary is the F, and secondary is the R. They're both properly secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, and they're currently sitting between 120 and 140 PSI. My climate control. All my buttons is properly secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. They turning properly. My defrost is working properly. And my heat is working properly. Now I'm going to cut my truck off and back to the on position so I can start my lab test. Let it off. Check the key. Make sure it's in the off position. Because sometimes you can be that way, but you can go back. It's still going to come out, but if you're not in the off position, then you're going to mistakenly put it in the on, like the off position, instead of trying to put it in the on position. So you gotta make sure that key is actually in the off position. My ABS light came on and went off, indicating that it's working properly. Immediately put your button. While my buttons are cycling, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do next. Next, I'm gonna hold my brake down for 1 minute, and I shouldn't lose no more than 4 PSI within that minute. Until my brakes start cycling, when my brakes start cycling, I will start. Okay, now that my brakes start cycling, now I'm gonna hold my brake down for 1 minute. I shouldn't lose no more than 4 PSI. Will you time me?
Yes.
You gonna time me? Come on, time me. Need a minute.
Okay, let's go.
Start? I will start. They do not want to time y'all. Count to 60.
Okay.
They need to hear that. You heard that?
Yeah.
They need to hear that when you take your feet out that brake. Let them know that you actually pushed the brake down.
Okay.
Okay, I did not lose no more than 4 PSI within that minute. Now within my brake down between 80 and 60, and my lights and alarm should come on. I will start. Watch the board. Alright. See how both of them pop on? Make sure both your light come on.
Yeah.
And the stop sign and the low system air pressure test light come on.
Okay.
This right here, sometimes you'll hear the alarm in certain trucks, but in this truck you won't hear the alarm until we fully start the truck up.
Okay.
Now I will fan my brake down between 40 and 20 PSI, and my brake should pop out. Remember, watch your buttons, not your gauges.
Yeah.
Watch this part.
Mm-hmm.
So I will start. You heard that? I will start.
Yeah.
Okay, both of my gauges popped out, indicating that it is working properly. Now I will cut my truck off. Well, I will cut my truck to the on position, and I'm only doing this so I can get my chocks off correctly. So you want to turn your wheel to the right.
Okay.
And then once you do that, take the key with you. Get out 3 points of contact. The key.
In your pocket.
Put it in your. Well, I ain't gonna put it. I'm gonna put it in my hand. I got a lot of stuff in my pocket. 3 points of contact. Close the door behind you. Get back in with 3 points of contact before you put your key in that ignition. Immediately put your seatbelt on. Put your seatbelt on first. Now your wheels is not chocked no more.
Yeah.
That means your truck is no longer secure, right?
Yeah.
So immediately, feet on brake, key in ignition. Ooh, my ABS light came on and went off, indicating that it's working properly. Hear that? Let it cycle. Now I'm going to assist my truck with building air pressure. While I assist my truck building air pressure, I'm gonna be listening out for my governor to cut off.
Yeah.
And my gauges should be between 120 and 140 PSI. I will start.
Yeah.
Grind both windows down. Let they window down and your window down. So y'all both can hear the governor cut off. And just because the lights and everything went off, doesn't mean you at 120, 140 PSI. Remember, your lights go on at 80, between 80 and 60. So therefore, it's going to cut off between 60 and 80. But you still haven't built your air pressure back up. So So make sure you get it up to 120 and 140. And by the time you get to 100, ease on the accelerator a little bit so you can hear. So now we're listening for the governor to cut off. My governor just cut off. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I did.
This is what you tell the examiner. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now that we both have the governor cut off, my air pressure gauge is between 120 and 140, and I will begin my tug test. I will push in my parking brakes to check my trailer brake. Remember, whatever gauge you leave out, that's the gauge you checking. Right? So, feet on the brakes. Push in. Put it in drive. Rev on it. Want to feel that pull, right?
Yeah.
And secure your truck. Immediately secure your truck. Okay, my trailer didn't move, indicating that it working properly. Now I will push in my trailer brake to check my parking brake. I will start. Feet on the brake, secure your truck. Push in your red button. Okay, my truck didn't move, indicating that my brakes is working properly. Now I will do my 5 mile per hour test. I'm going to push in both knobs, and I will be checking to see if the steering wheel go to the left or the right, indicating a suspension problem, a low tire pressure problem, or a brake problem. And I will be checking, making sure my speedometer is working properly.
Yeah.
I will start. This time you really got to make sure you put your feet on the brake because you engaging both of them.
Yeah.
You pushing both of them in. So, feet on the brake. Y'all gonna feel this pull so you won't roll back. You feel that? It shift.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna feel that little shift. And once you do that, you're gonna get it up to 5. Trying to get my wheels. Right, so I'm gonna get it up to 5. And once I get it up to 5, watch my feet. I'm gonna let it go and slowly stop before I got to the other truck in front of me. Secure your truck. And notice I held my wheel just like this so I can see where my steering wheel go to the left or the right. Secure my truck, take my feet off everything. Okay, my steering wheel didn't go to the left or the right, indicating I do not have a suspension problem, a low tire pressure problem, or a brake problem. And then and my speedometer did work properly. This includes my NCAP and lab test. Any questions?